Most women and paper chasers and young people work off the acceptance of someone else. Not like, great job, you did a really good job in the work that you did. No, just a natural form of, wow, you look hot, you look sexy, you look hot, you look so good, you're so good looking. That's what Mona Van chases. What's what all those women at that party chase is someone to tell them how hot they look. While they then provocatively move themselves in this weird energy, which occurs to them as joy and happiness, but it makes other people completely miserable. And then they have absolutely nothing to offer while they work off the vulnerabilities of working off people's trust to get them to accept that that's how it's going to be. For example, if Mona Van decided that she wanted to make Chick-fil-A eat clean, then she would do a collab and then make up some marketing scandal, which you wouldn't think is a marketing scandal, because she's so good at the intention of being calm. And she would say, Chick-fil-A is new product line has Eat Clean in the ingredients, and it's all about the ingredients, not how much you eat. And then she would whitewash you. Eat clean, everyone. And then you, because you're not intelligent, or you're easily brainwashed because you've been trained that way in the United States of America by the marketing corporate agencies, because they have no care in actually selling the quantity that is deserved of a product. They are literally all focused on money and selfishly awarding themselves, whether it's a party invitation, an applause session. Well, they gimmick you to death and then nothing gets done. And it's easy for you as somebody who works a 9-to-5, who's paying their bills and living comfortably, because you don't want to ruffle any feathers, because you're following the laws and the rules. And you have some form of status at the job that you work at. And so then you basically just ignore everyone who's violently abusing you. And then those that are literally standing up for the rights of civilization. You say, you're wrong because that makes me uncomfortable. Makes me uncomfortable to say no to Mona, because Mona then sends out a nasty video or a nasty montage of photography telling you how she's the victim, and then she tries to play off the fake alligator tears. And then you're like, man, that girl's so mean. How could she act like that and behave like that? She is insane. When I'm the American and she is the Persian, the Jamaican, the Canadian, and the Indian. While you then listen to the words of a Pakistani man named Obama, because he's so charismatic and he tells you what you want to hear, because you've been so brutally abused by your next door neighbor who he taught how to behave. So he gets other people to do the evil bidding. And then he stands on a pedestal, talks about things behind your back, and then teaches things that are inappropriate in behavior so that he can win in BLM. While still delivering on absolutely nothing to the people to where we are today, which is a facade reality of fake news media. Meaning all of fake news media is geared toward a narrative that they're trying to uncover crime, but they're the criminals. That's the mafia. So the news media, by generating lies on purpose that all come from Washington, D.C., all from the Democrat liberals, because they want to create unrest within you as a society. Well, none of you have any ethics and morals, and you say, yeah, that's great. I like to watch that girl in her bikini outfit as she spreads her legs so that I can see inside her canal. Attached to that is an arousal experience in you, where you then call your wife or your partner into the bedroom, where you work off of that energy that then fuels it off to Mona Van so that she can produce more content. Diamond, look at my nails, that I don't use fake nails anymore because I'm really rich and I'm actually using fake nails because nails don't look like that unless they're fake. everything clean. I'm dead brain. I have no emotions inside me. I don't feel anger. I don't feel joy. I show you white. I wear white clothes. And then I make fun of other people and I get it on camera and then you all laugh along with me to cause unrest. And then I force people to experience an uplift of joy constantly, which is actually anxiety. So us watching Mona Van provocatively stand as she thinks she's winning in life is actual violent abuse. But because you're so naive and you're so trusting and you're so interested in provocative car crashes, you love watching people in pain. You would prefer to watch a child cry and an Addie McCracken film it, where she then brags to you about how she's pregnant. However, you don't really notice the fact that she's actually bragging because you trust her and you're like, she would never do that. I'm telling you she would, and she did. Who else is pregnant in 2025? I don't see anyone around posting about being pregnant. Maybe Pookie, but Pookie isn't even showing her bump off. The problem with the youth is they have no emotions or care for their own children, so then I have to step in and raise them. That's how Rustin is such a wonderful child, is because he's been watching my content while Addie McCracken has tried to be a copy of my shit. A copy is her pretending she's confident when she's extremely odd and weird, to where she was flown out to California in an illegal mafia operation where she actually abused and trafficked a child named Rustin. Yet none of you want to take a look at the actual facts of what's going on here because it's all toppled on top of a bunch of friendly and nice faces with upbeat music and uplift conversation about democracy. And that is the Kamala Harris and Joe Biden presidency, where she then is now bringing in Hollywood, where she told Hollywood, if you do this, we'll save your careers with the influencers, while she's squishy over with the influencers, inviting them into bringing more votes for herself, because that person says that that crazy person who looks crazy isn't crazy because he doesn't look crazy, but he looks crazy. So it's all working off a perspective of somebody without a college degree like Jessica Alba, who barely made it out of high school, who doesn't know anything about the Constitution, who knows nothing about the law of this country. She doesn't even speak American. She's up on the stage using her Latino accent while she tries to draw in the attention of the Latinos, which is completely disrespectful. Yet it's confusing to me how any of you in the Latino community would actually support Kamala Harris, who's literally taking jobs from the Mexican Americans to give to migrants who are now copying you and trying to pretend to be Mexican. The mental illness of mental illness is mental illness is mental illness, and that is a very dark place to be, to wear white while you're standing in front of piss-colored yellow. While all your girlfriends run around and say, wow, we're so happy. Oh, we're like beautiful people with lots of money. We're so happy. We are so happy. Look at how happy we are. Eat clean happy. We're happy. Joy and happiness. Joy and happiness. And that is the corruption of the mafia, to not allow us to be able to make a choice like repro freedom, because that's not actually a choice. That's a telling you what you're going to do, because they're promoting it as if it's a brand and an image. You understand that, and you'll understand the sickness of the Kamala Harris campaign, with the actors and actresses all sitting in the audience cheering for the death of this nation, while the Haitians riot out on the streets, and you say, they don't eat cats, as they scoop up a piece of cat in their mouth. And that's the reality of what we're dealing with the weakest government in history. AOC, Newsom, Pelosi, Schumer. Weak as fuck, Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton. Although